Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again today. I'm going to be talking about a fairly recent sale of my Luka Doncic red, white, and blue rookie card PSA 10 and why this one kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I'll explain why. Stick around. For all the sports card investors out there, you are well aware of the dramatic ascent of Luka Doncic cards over the last 6 months, 6, 7 months, I would say. And what was funny is I remember feeling like Luka Doncic rookies, just because he was hyped up coming in, we kind of felt like they were already priced high without having any clear vision of how high they could actually go, especially with some of the PSA population reports that are out there. It's really just a shock, just how far that they've gone. But he just took the league by storm. He's, by far the one that's, there's a few players, Trae Young, and a few other players that, of course, are driving it. But Luka Doncic is single-handedly, driving a boatload of sales in the basketball card investing world. And so today I want to talk about a specific transaction that I did. Sold this card a few weeks back. It's the Luka Doncic red, white, and blue Prizm PSA 10. And I'm going to explain why I'm happy. I was happy with the sale, but I sold it 3 days too early, as I'm sure many of you can relate to. This has probably happened to others as well, but I'll just kind of break down, exactly my thinking on this. Was I had seen this card, it had fluctuated, over the last, the first part of the season, January through March, and I ended up selling it on March 3rd for $313 was a sale price. Now I bought the card October 8th for $82.99. And so, when you take that $313 and then you take away the 13%, 10% for the eBay fee, 3% for PayPal, you come with $272.31. And so, the net profit is kind of in there in the 190 range roughly. I've got the exact number up on the screen, but why did this hurt my feelings? I was happy, of course, with the profit at the time, but literally 2-3 days, the week after I sold it, this thing skyrocketed. It was selling consistently in the $550 to $600 range, almost double what I had sold it for at $313, and there was one sale as high as $641 on March 6th, according to the eBay sold prices. The sold listings is where I'm getting this data from. So, as you can see, I'm happy with it. It was a good profit, good profit margin. But my gosh, it just shows you how quickly things can dramatically change. Not that this is a common transaction, but it's shocking just how a couple of days turned $313 into $550, $600. And this one still has, recent sales as of yesterday are at $433 to $450. So they've kind of settled down a little bit and they've come down. But still, if you're comparing to the $313 that I sold it for, if I had just held on for just a little bit longer, I would have realized a lot more profit. But you never know where the height of the market is going to be. And of course, with athletes, there can be injuries. There's so many factors to take into account. So, the old saying of, never apologize for taking profit definitely, comes into play here. It's just one of these where, you look at it and you're like, my goodness, and that's what makes this exciting. That's what makes basketball card investing and sports card investing so exciting, because if you can get in on a player, that you feel really good about it and you do believe they've got good upside. And a lot of this, if you're following sports like a lot of us are, it's fairly predictable. It's not a given. There's definitely a lot of misses. I've had plenty of misses. Marvin Bagley is a guy that I put probably about $500 into over the last 6-7 months, and that hasn't been realized, but I'm still high on Bagley. I think he's going to come back, and I think eventually he'll get out of Sacramento into a larger market, and I think that he's going to do great. So it's not the end of the world. It just means you need to hold longer. Hopefully Bagley works out. This is a card too that doesn't, the pop report, it's not super low, but it's also not almost 10,000 like his base PSA rookie is. Base Prizm is. And so, you know, I feel like that there's some lasting price stability with this one. It's not a super rare variant parallel, but it's a good long-term card in my opinion, compared to, you know, a more base card. So I would definitely take a look at this one. I don't know if prices, you know, they're still in that 400, 450 range over the next few weeks. We'll see what happens with pricing. The economy doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon. You know, so let's just see where it goes. There's going to be more of these videos in our Profit Proof series, and we'll keep them coming. So stay tuned, and thanks again for tuning in.